The final update, the final season of DLC for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League began on December 10th. With it, we got a brand new playable character in Deathstroke. Is Deathstroke going to do anything to bring players back? I mean, he was highly requested. I know a lot of people who had wish lists for characters to be added to this game had Deathstroke on their list. And then, there's the whole talk about maybe them bringing Batman back in this upcoming season. Well, let's talk about all of this, okay? I jumped in, I played a little bit of Deathstroke. Again, I will reiterate, like I did in the previous video, that his design is pretty damn good. I mean, as far as Deathstroke designs go, this is up there as one of the best in my personal opinion. I'd even go so far as to say that it rivals the Arkham Origins look. Honestly, it is so damn good. And not to mention as well, they got the comic accurate colors, the orange and the blue. One thing I was a little worried about, beyond you guys not hitting the like button on this video, was, well, what's his traversal going to be? Usually I like the traversal for the characters in this game, but we did get a gameplay snippet for Deathstroke a couple of days ago before this season launched, and I wasn't really sure what his traversal even was. And I'm still not really sure what his traversal even is after playing it. He's got like a grapple that he can use against walls, but then when it comes from like getting from point A to point B, whether you're in the air or on foot, he does this crazy, weird Speed Force thing. I have no idea what it is, honestly. I saw some people mentioning that it might have something to do with eye contact, which is from like the Rebirth run of DC, and I mean, that's very recent, so maybe, but the effect just looks silly, and it doesn't really flow well with the traversal. When you play any of the other characters, even Joker, Mrs. Freeze, and obviously all of the base roster characters, their traversal and movement, it all flows so perfectly. It's part of the reason why one of the things that I praised about this game was the movement and the traversal, and I'm really bummed, honestly, that one of the characters I wanted in this game the most doesn't fall in line with like one of the few things I like about this game. And yeah, don't even get me started on anything narrative. Obviously, just a motion comic to start. And hey, shout outs to the artist who put together the motion comics. Okay, the art looks nice. That's something that I'll never really complain about. It's just that I wish we got more than just a motion comic. At least with Deathstroke, there's a benefit here that this is an existing character in the Arkham universe. Unlike Mrs. Freeze or Lawless or even Joker that we got in the first season, this is a character that already has a rich history in the world of Arkham, so at least there's like something to grasp there. But how crazy is it lore-wise that this version of Deathstroke that lost to Batman in a tank fight is going to be able to kill several Brainiacs, apparently? Yeah, so the way that they are kind of rushing to the finish line here is just by saying Deathstroke went out there and he already killed multiple Brainiacs. So it's like, he doesn't even need the Suicide Squad. Yeah, it's just so lore breaking. It hurts my brain. It makes me so sad because, okay, on one hand, you look at it like this, right? Deathstroke's apparently able to kill multiple Brainiacs, but he can't beat Batman. Or you can look at it like this. The Suicide Squad and Deathstroke can kill multiple Brainiacs, but the Justice League, the gods of the DC universe, are captured by Brainiac. I don't know. I really would just like for Rocksteady to go on to their next game, especially with all these rumors out there being that it's going to be another Batman game. I'd love for them to get back to their roots. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was just, unfortunately, like a huge misfire. There are a lot of things that I don't love about this game, and especially when it comes to the story, like nothing is landing. And if you were wondering, by any chance, they brought back Batman this season, well, so far they have not. At least in the episode that launched with Deathstroke, there was nothing in regards to Batman. I think there's still like one more bit of content to drop for Suicide Squad before it's all over, so maybe we get something related to Batman there. But yeah, again, if you were looking forward to anything story related, first of all, you should have learned after the last 3 seasons, but second of all, again, all you get here is a motion comic, one quick cutscene when he kills a Brainiac to introduce Deathstroke, and then like an in-game, barely a cutscene, but more so just dialogue of Rick Flag releasing him from his cell as he now joins the Suicide Squad. And then the rest is really just go out there and replay through all the missions and just, I guess, play as Deathstroke and free roam around with him, which would have been a lot more fun had he had a better kit, especially with his traversal. It kills me. He had such a good design, but I wish he had a traversal mechanic that was on the level of like literally any of the other characters. I don't know. I don't want to harp too much, okay? I'm not trying to say that it's like anti-fun, but it just doesn't have that that same sort of flow that you've come to expect. Listen, okay, if you've gotten this far, you know what to expect already when it comes to DLC drops for this game. So don't sit there and hope and pray that this DLC was going to save everything. Lore-wise, they've salvaged as much as they can by bringing back some of the Justice League members, and we can hope that they bring back Batman and Superman. Wonder Woman, I guess, though, is like dead. But the overall package that is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, really, it is what it has been since day one. None of the live service elements, none of what was supposed to have people coming back to play this game constantly worked. At the very least, I saw that for Black Friday, this game was on sale for like $5. It was 95% off at one point I saw on Steam. And if you pick the game up for $5, there's no way you're not going to have fun. If you ignore all the lore, all the story related stuff, at least right up until when you start killing Justice League members, there's a lot there that you'll enjoy. But if you're like myself or many other people out there and bought the game on day one, or hell, even bought the deluxe edition that was like extra money to get the 72 hours early access, yeah, I'm quite disappointed. It's so funny. I see comments to this day from people that are saying that I was defending this game or that I thought this was going to be the greatest game ever. I was giving it the benefit of the doubt purely because I have a lot of respect and love for the folks at Rocksteady, and I still do. I know for a fact that there are talented developers that work at that studio. I've met some of them, and I know they're extremely passionate people. It's not like they tried to make a bad game, you know? It's not like that was intentional on their part, right? They weren't sitting there in meetings developing this game thinking, all right, we gotta make this the worst experience possible for the players. They tried something different, all right? They did something that wasn't a part of the normal formula that we've come to expect from Rocksteady, and it very much missed the mark. I'm just gonna sit here and wait patiently for whatever their next announcement is going to be. My fingers are crossed that it's Batman Arkham Beyond. If they bring back Batman in the last like episode or whatever for this DLC, it leaves the door open. Now, granted, you're not gonna have Kevin Conroy's Batman, which is very sad, but they could pass the baton over to a new voice actor if it's going to be an aged up Bruce Wayne. If they're gonna do Batman Beyond and we got Terry McGinnis in there, there's so much wiggle room when it comes to lore that they can take advantage of. As I've stated before, you know, I don't necessarily want DC to just be delivering only Batman games, and I don't want Rocksteady to just be the Batman game guys, but I do think that after what happened here with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, they really should go back to their roots and should go back to what has worked before. But yeah, all this to say that Deathstroke looks cool, but doesn't play the best. Overall, though, it is what it is with Suicide Squad. Let me now kick it to you guys, though. Did you buy Suicide Squad for like $5 when it was on sale? Have you still owned the game since launch? And if so, did you jump in and play Deathstroke? What did you think about him? If there is anything substantial in that last episode's worth of content, if Batman does come back, you know I got you covered right here on this channel. I will be making a video on it, so subscribe and turn on those notifications to keep up to date with the rest of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, if there is anything. Outside of that, sound off with your thoughts in the comments section below on Deathstroke and everything you think about this game. Let's, again, please try to keep it civil. I've been Caboose, and I'll see you guys later.